Hello, my beautiful soul friends. I'm Twin Flames Catalyst 333, and I'm assuming you stopped by my channel because you wanted to know whether you're in a twin flame relationship. And you want to know what the hell happened to you. Did someone cast a spell on you? Are you going crazy? Is there such thing as twin flames? And let me tell you, I went through the same thing, and so I'm going to tell you my version or things that made me question whether or what kind of relationship I was in. And so these are like 7 common signs to know whether you're in a twin flame relationship. Okay, so the first one is when you're with your twin flame, you can be authentically yourself, okay? And so this is something that just happens naturally. And let me compare, let me give you a comparison with a dating example. So whenever I go on a date, I get nervous, I get self-conscious, and I even get a little judgmental because that's what we all do. We kind of check out that person and we want to see if, that person is our type and whatnot. But so that's something really common with me. And that's something that's been common in my past relationships, that there's always just something about them that, you feel like you can't always be yourself, or you feel like you always want to fix something about them. But when you're with your twin flame, all of that goes out the door. I mean, all of it. You're just not self-conscious at all. You don't even, it doesn't even cross your mind. Like you just feel so comfortable and natural around that person, and they feel the same around you, that all those concepts go out the door. And I know that's hard to understand, but I never even knew how, I never knew I had so many sides to me until, I hang out with my twin flame. It's like we complement each other so much that we bring out all of these even hidden sides, and it feels like expansive. It feels like when I'm around him, I expand, I grow, and all of my sides come out. I show like my best cards, and it's just natural. But I just don't do that with other people. And it's not because I want to or I don't want to. I just always feel like I go back to like a different side of me, like the conditioning side of me, the side of me that has, it's more judgmental or more egotistical or whatnot. But anyway, yeah, that's just one of the biggest signs of being with someone that's your twin flame, is that you can be yourself completely. And another thing that I notice is that when I'm with my twin flame, I feel like a sense of wholeness. And what I mean by that is that I feel like I figured out my life's purpose. And it's not anything about him specifically. It's not like because I'm infatuated with him or because I love him. It's sort of like it's a reminder. When I'm with him, I'm reminded of something grand. I'm reminded of something like intense, like beautiful, amazing, real meaning. Like what it must be. Probably, this is what it's like before we come into Earth life, right? Because in Earth life, there's a lot of conditioning, there's a lot of programming, there's a lot of things that have gone on here on Earth that you don't experience in other realms, right? From wherever we came from. And so it's sort of like a reminder of like the grandness and the beautifulness and what exists in the beyond, Okay, number 3 is that you can sense and feel your twin flame around you. At least for me, I felt it mostly in my 4th chakra. So if you know about chakras, you have 7 of them, and your 4th is your heart space. And so you literally feel like an energy of that, but it's that person like right there with you. And I guess, people feel it when they fall in love. They feel that sort of intensity. But it's weird. It's more of like you feel them like almost like hanging out with you. Like it's almost like there's just no time, and like when you're with them, there's just no real concept of time. You can't even forget about time too. And I know it just all sounds weird. It sounds like someone who's falling in love and whatnot. But this is something that it's automatic. So Yeah, so you love your number 4 is you love your twin flame with great intensity. That it's almost scary. It's almost scary to believe that something like that. Um, how do I say, like, I can't even explain it, but yeah, that something like that is real, I guess. If I can think of a better example, I'll come back to it. But that's probably why you have your runner and chaser models that people describe. That usually one is chasing the twin flame, while the other one is running away from the situation, and that can describe some type of fear of because of the belief systems that you have about love. Like, you don't think that love could be that easy. You don't think that love could be that great. You don't think that love could be pure and perfect or something like that. You don't think that love could just align in such a way like that. Like, it's just more, from what you know from your upbringing, it's more turbulent than that, you know? And so it almost becomes like scary that it can be perfect, but that's probably how it is when we're in higher realms before we come into this earth. We're probably in some type of extreme bliss. That's probably really what it is. But I guess it's just weird to us to know that, in this earth life that we're having right here, coming into this experience and into the realization of it. It seems bizarre, though it's probably the real truth. And what's bizarre is what we're going through now. But anyway, okay. Number 5 is any upset with your twin flame brings up your ego, karmic past, and unresolved matters with great intensity. So, when I split up with my twin flame, and this was the first real split, wow, I went into a deep, deep depression. And it didn't seem logical because, yes, I knew this person for a while, but not for that long, not to put me in this type of, intense pain. Because I was in another relationship that I had even, for 5 years, and I don't recall even remotely going through that type of pain. So it was just weird that I had went through that, and I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why. Like, why is it so freaking intense? And I figured out the reason why the split was so intense for me was because what was surfacing to my consciousness, right? What was surfacing to my awareness was all of the repressed pain that I've had in this lifetime and in other lifetimes. And in this lifetime alone, um, I've gone through I've gone through a lot of abusive situations. I've gone through addictions, suicidal tendencies, things like that. So probably all those things were just coming up for me, all at once with such great intensity. But it's also been a desire of mine. I've desired this all my life to not let all of what I had went through be something that would be a negative, that would have a negative impact on me. I would always hope that I would transcend all of that at some point. And so I believe that's what a twin flame does to you, right? When you love somebody with great intensity, that when you don't have them, it gives all of the things just surface, like all in that type of intensity. All of the things that you've gone through in your whole life, everything just freaking comes up, and it's just a hard pill to swallow. It's kind of like what addiction is like. It's like when you stop using, you have to deal with all of the stuff that comes up, and it's kind of like that. But um, at least all of the stuff that you're dealing with, it's just all of the old programming, all of the old conditioning, karmic stuff, past life stuff, and you're given this opportunity to transcend all of that. And how do you transcend all of that? What makes you go to that level? Well, the exact opposite of it, the intense suffering. You suffer so intensely that you just hit a point, you hit a rock bottom where you're like, okay, enough suffering. What the hell can I do to get over this? What the hell can I do to, what does this mean? It really brings you to that point. It really makes you question. And so that's why this journey is a difficult one. And that's why people want to know more about it. It's just like, why is it so intense? And it's intense because it hits you at all levels. Number 6 is most twin flames eventually split, and some become long distance. Mine became long distance. Actually, my split happened right away because my twin flame moved really long distance. I was in California and he went to Florida. And when he left, I didn't want to continue, the relationship because deep in my heart, I swear, I knew that it was going to be one hell of a roller coaster. I knew that I probably shouldn't get into this because this is gonna be crazy. I loved him a lot. We were already telling. I mean, this was just like 2 months that we had known each other. We were already telling each other, "I love you," and he already told his family about me and everything. But he was also in the ending a divorce, and he already had told them that he was gonna move, and he was still living, with his ex-wife. So he felt like that was the best thing for him, especially since we only knew each other for 2 months. Yeah, I didn't know, how to react to the whole thing. So anyway, we became long distance for a really long time, but he told me to not give up on him, that he would come back for me and whatnot. And we tried it out. We tried out the long distance thing for like a year. We tried a lot. But anyway, we split, and during that time, yeah, the soul goes through a lot of karmic purging. That's for sure. So when you're not with your person, with your twin flame, and you don't feel that intensity anymore, like, even though you do in spirit, but you just got so used, you're still, when you're used to somebody, seeing them physically, you get addicted to that until you can get past it a little. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of twin flames split for the specific purpose of being able to do a lot of karmic purging. It's kind of effed up, to be honest, because here you are, like, in a fantasy. You met this person that's like, dang, like, it just blow your mind. Like, you can be totally yourself and more, and you can grow with them, and you can be with them all the time. Like okay, I have this thing because I've been in several relationships. I've had experiences, plenty of experiences, long relationships, short ones, and I've noticed overall that for most of my relationships, I find things I start nitpicking on. Like, I can never feel like I can fully fall in love. And I didn't even think that existed anyway. I just thought, like, well, that's just natural. Like, we're just human. We're all always going to find flaws in each other or whatever. But with my twin flame, like, this is the first time I was with somebody that I can be with every minute of every single day, all the time, 24/7, and not get sick of. Like, it just grew. It just became more expansive. It became more intense, more amazing, more beautiful. The experiences just grew in an exponential rate. So, yeah, that was pretty crazy. It's a new type of love, it's just been a blessing, really. Even though it's also a curse, because, whew, man, it can be quite a painful experience. But anyway, yeah. So that's, if you've gone through a split, I'm sorry, but I hope that that it's all that you grow out of this. Okay, the last one is when twin flames are not in perfect union. Usually, one is a runner and the other is a chaser. This is just like a model that a lot of people use. If you want to believe that every single twin flame does this, fine. Or if you think this is typical of relationships, that's fine too. But really, what is meant by this is that one is more spiritually advanced than the other. And so the spiritually advanced one knows, they're more intuitive. So they know that this is a special kind of connection that you just can't find anywhere. Like, they're more intuitive about that. So that's the chaser. And the runner is not as spiritually advanced. So to them, this is extremely freaking scary because of all that programming that they have, all the conditioning that they have to transcend. So all of the conditioning tells them, like, what? This is bullshit. Like this is not how I understand relationships are. Or, no, this is the kind of girl or guy I really like. This is my type. Or, no, I should be with this type of person. All this old programming really just dominates this other special kind of relationship that is like not even, doesn't even have a definition. You either are in it or you're not, and you would know. So the telltale sign overall, if you are in a twin flame relationship, is that you just know. You wouldn't be looking up this video, okay? If you didn't just know in your heart, like something's up with this relationship, and you're doing the right thing and investigating it, and hopefully, you can. The bigger picture is that you evolve, that you blossom, that you learn a lot, and by all of that, you help your counterpart because that counterpart is you, right? And and don't be dependent upon any outcome. Just if you can if you can grow into this, like, just see its purpose for what it is and embrace it for what it is, because it is something special and not everybody goes through this. Probably because, I mean, it's not that like, it doesn't make you special if you're going through this. It's more of like the people who aren't going through this, maybe they're not equipped for something like this, because it can be very stressful. Even I don't think I'm equipped for it. Like, I'm surprised that I'm even going through it. But I do a lot of soul work and stuff like that, and I'm also, an into it. So I do readings. I give readings. Actually, I'm doing a special on a reading right now. If you just look below, you can see my links. I would love to do a reading on you. Um, so yeah, I'm a natural intuitive. I like reading auras. That's my style. I pick up on people's energies. Like, once I look at your like email and I look into it, I can just see your energy signature, and I can get information out of that. With your permission, of course. I'm working here with you, and what I get out of it is I get to learn a lot too. I get to work through karma myself, and that's what healers do. Like, healers like healing because they get a healing out of it too, and so it's like a two-way street here. Okay, so thank you so much for allowing me to explain to you my version of what are 7 signs. If you're in a twin flame relationship, of course, there's more. Some may resonate with you, some may not, whatever your truth is, because there is not one absolute truth, right? You're just here to grow and to learn. And please subscribe if you like this. I would love to do more videos. And thank you so much. And have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, or wherever you are. Thank you.